Why are women told to hide their bodies, to cover their faces, to protect men from their own desires? The argument is simple. Men's testosterone levels rise, leading to an increase in their sexual desires and urges. Their sexual urges are natural, they say, a biological imperative that drives their actions and thoughts. But does this mean that women must bear the burden of control? Should women be the ones to constantly adjust their behavior and attire to manage men's desires? Are men the only ones who feel desire? Do men alone possess the capacity for longing and attraction? Are women not human too? Do they not experience the same range of emotions, desires, and urges? The narrative that places the burden of control solely on women is not only unfair, but also overlooks the shared human experience of desire and attraction. When a woman wears a skirt, or even just makeup, and men react, it often leads to a cascade of judgments and assumptions. People start to whisper, and eyes follow her every move. The reactions are not just from men, but from society as a whole. Society points the finger at her. It says, she invited it. The blame is placed squarely on her shoulders, as if her choice of attire or makeup is an open invitation for unwanted attention. The narrative is twisted to make her the culprit, rather than addressing the behavior of those reacting to her. But what happens when men walk around in shorts or tight shirts? They move freely, without the same level of scrutiny or judgment. Their attire is seen as normal, acceptable, and even stylish. The double standard becomes glaringly obvious. Are women not affected by what they see? Do they not have reactions or thoughts? Of course they do, but the difference lies in how society expects them to behave. Women are often expected to control their reactions, to maintain a facade of composure, regardless of what they see or feel. Or is it that women are simply expected to control themselves, while men are not? The societal expectations are different, and this double standard is deeply ingrained. It's time to question these norms and challenge the unfair expectations placed on women. Why should one gender be held to a different standard than the other? The conversation needs to change. We teach girls from a young age that modesty is their protection. From the moment they can understand, we instill in them the idea that their safety and respect hinge on how they present themselves to the world. We tell them to cover up to avoid unwanted attention. We emphasize the importance of dressing conservatively, believing it will shield them from harm. But no one questions why it's the woman who must change, while men aren't expected to adjust their behavior. Why is the burden of modesty placed solely on women? Why do we not teach boys to respect women regardless of their attire? This imbalance perpetuates a culture where women are held responsible for the actions of others, rather than addressing the root cause of the issue. It's time to rethink our approach and promote mutual respect and understanding. We've convinced ourselves that a woman's body is dangerous, that it must be hidden. But if men's impulses are uncontrollable, is it really the women who need to change? In reality, the issue isn't what women wear. It's how society has placed the responsibility on women to manage men's behavior. We blame women for provoking, but never ask men why they can't control themselves. If a man's desires are uncontrollable, why should women pay the price? The truth is, we should be teaching men that self-control is their responsibility, just as much as it is for women. The problem isn't what women wear. The problem is how we expect them to carry the weight of men's behavior. Let's change the narrative. It's time for equality, respect, and shared responsibility.